Hello, lovelies. It's me, Alicia Young Collins, your resilience coach, and welcome to another episode of the I Have Thoughts podcast. So, one thing that I wanted to update you with is my trip that I spent in Japan and South Korea. I've learned so many lessons. It was a bucket list trip. But there are a few things that I did pick up for myself as a multi hyphenate entrepreneur, as a life coach. And so this is what this episode's going to be about. So, one thing that I've always used in my life coaching are Japanese philosophies. So there's ikigai, finding your purpose, fulfilling your purpose, um, finding out what the world needs. It's that intersection between what the world needs, your purpose, a vocation, what you enjoy, what you can be paid for. And that's finding your purpose in life. And this is something that has come, especially from the island of Okinawa, which I visited in Japan. And that has been something that I use in coaching to help people really discover what is their purpose. And whatever you're doing in life, whatever job you have, whatever hobbies you have, is it serving your purpose? Is it serving you? Is it serving others? Is it fulfilling your potential? Another one is Nagomi, which is finding balance. Um, and that is an interesting philosophy as well, because the conversation around work life balance is huge. So to go to Japan was just amazing. It was a bucket list trip for me. Um, but funnily enough, I do feel I have romanticized Japan, as many of us probably do. Because what I really found in like Tokyo was there was no work life balance. It's crazy. They're working 60 to 80 hours a week. I was confused about what day it was because on Sundays I was seeing people in their corporate clothing. So what does that mean? Like, where's the ikigai? Where's the nagomi? But it doesn't mean that these things aren't real, don't exist. These philosophies are not powerful. They are still there. But it just opened my eyes to, I think, actually, the philosophy of Nagomi, finding balance in what we're looking for. And in this ever changing world of algorithms and constantly being fed one sort of content, you look up one reel and you're overfed with something. Um, Finding that balance in, oh, I like a bit of this. How can I use that and apply that in my life? I like a little bit of this. How can I apply that in my life? So these are things that I was ruminating on as I was discovering Japan, and it did not fail me. It did not fail me. Japan is one of my favorite places to visit, and I will be going back. Um, Something that I learned from them to help me, what I'm bringing away from that is, even though I'm a multi hyphenate and I have my hands in so many things and my interests are in so many things, the message that I found was whatever you do, give it your all and be the master of it. So whether I'm in my coaching era, whether I'm in my social media strategy era, whether I'm in my um, stationery era, I'm building a stationery business around journaling, around creativity, reaching out to creatives who need a safe space to express themselves. Um, that's what I'm really working towards. Whatever I'm doing in that season and in that moment, be the master of it. One of the last meals that I had in Japan was at this restaurant, which only served duck based broth ramen. That was it. That's all that was on the menu. You could have extra pieces of duck. They had 2 slices of leek in there. You could have some extra slices of leek. But that was what they did and mastered. And it was beautiful, fragrant, delicious, well made. Um, they had this yuzu based sort of pepper like wasabi and said, don't just heap it on and dollop it on. Put a little bit on the side of your bowl and let it gradually dissolve into the ramen. And these small touches, small intricate matches are what make you you and what made them so unique. And so for me, that made me think, what do I have? What do I have that is unique to me in my business? What is it I bring to the table? What's my unique take on something? And I feel like this is something that is going to help to combat the imposter syndrome, the self doubt, because we are all individuals and we all have something to bring to the table. And that is what is most important. And so, whatever you're doing, be the master at it. Think about what's unique about you, celebrate it, highlight it, and really make it part of what you're creating. I went to another restaurant, Unagi, which is one of my favorites, Japanese eel. That was such an immersive experience because they had such a love of what they were doing. It was art. They spoke to us about where the eels are sourced from, the rice, where the ceramic bowls were sourced from that we were using, how to eat the dish in stages to really, really enjoy the flavors. Um, and even how to pair the sake or the plum wine, why they chose those ones. Again, it is about taking the time to really create art with what you're doing, create partnerships that really work and enhance you. So, whatever business you have, who or what can you invite into your space to really enhance what you're doing? Who could you collaborate with? What would complement you, or what products complement your business? What services complement you? All these things were just ruminating in my mind, as I say, as I'm going around Japan. I'm just like, what? Nothing here is not done by mistake. Things are intentional. Even the fact that there's no trash cans on the street, there's no dustbins anywhere, so there's no rubbish on the streets, but because I don't really see people eating on the street on the go. They sit, they eat, they finish their meal, and then they go back and do what they're doing. So there's no leftover trash to be taken around. Oh, wow. But I love to go to places where I can learn these lessons. And these are some lessons that I've taken for me. And so that's why sometimes I'm not always on YouTube. I'm not always on Instagram. I'm not posting constantly. I'm really realizing that intentionality is what is leading me into my balance, my nagomi, when it comes to work. Intentionality is helping me to find my community. It's helping me to celebrate and realize my purpose. It's helping me to avoid self doubt and imposter syndrome. Being intentional about who I want to be, how I want to present myself to the world, is how I have longevity and resilience when it comes to an ever changing world. So, those are just some thoughts that I had. Let me know if you have any questions about North Korea, South Korea, Japan. And when I say North Korea, I visited the DMZ. That was a fascinating history and a really sobering one. So more on that later. But if you have any questions or any comments, please leave them below. I really want to hear what you have to say. And if you are interested in life coaching, I do offer coaching sessions online, as well as in person here in New York City. I am specializing in resilience, helping my clients to build resilience, whether it's professionally or personally, in an ever changing world. And so reach out, let me know what your thoughts are, and I'm here for you. All right, though, darlings. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for watching my channel. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. And please make sure to subscribe, like, and also share with someone who you think might find this interesting. All right, lovelies, until next time.